Nigeria continues to wonder and wonder in the widening gyre of insecurity. The more drastic measures are adopted, the more the situation persists. In another round of measures to tame insecurity, the governor of Zamfara State, Bello Matawalle, has banned movements of motorcycles from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. In the state capital. During a statewide broadcast in Guze, Governor Matawalle directed security personnel to shoot on sight anyone found violating the new order in affected areas. Bikil, how effective can this be?
It's down to the law enforcement agents to enforce the law. If the governor can motivate them to enforce the law, it will work. I moderated the Lagos State government's town hall on Okada on Tuesday. And I told them that I never believed, for example, that Kano State could ban Okada because Kano had far more Okada than Lagos. Far more, right from the 90s. I remember a senior colleague even describing the way they ride Okada in Kano as a laissez-faire attitude to life. That was Dapolon Yomi describing the Okada rider in Kano as someone who has a laissez-faire attitude to life because they just keep speeding, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, I've seen videos like that.
But they banned them. Many people thought it would not work. But in Kano, the only man who rides an Okada is the one who is not prepared to carry a passenger. Once you carry a passenger, you are in trouble. And traffic enforcers in Kano are far more aggressive than last-man people. Carota. The fear of Carota in Kano is the beginning of wisdom. They go around with their clubs. They are ready. I don't know how they recruited them, but their eyes are blazing. You cannot go against the law. They will deal decisively with you. So in Kano, Okada banned. After that, the governor then said, okay, tricycles, you can't operate beyond 10 p.m. And that one too is working. If you go into Kano now, after 10, you're expecting to find a tricycle to take you to your destination, you will walk and walk because you won't see them. It's all down to enforcement, where people are sure that law enforcement will do their job of enforcing a law. You can be sure that it will succeed. In the north, they do not have a choice because Boko Haram, their factions, and Saru and the rest of them, the bandits, everyone is using this Okada that they are using. Sometimes they even tell you as part of your ransom to go and bring certain number of Okadas. When they kidnapped those university students in Kaduna, they actually asked for Okada. They said, give us so dozens of Okada.
Brand new ones.
They will even tell you the particular brand that they want. That's what they use to link all those forests together. Forest, you can link a forest from Niger right up to Kebbi. You know, right through those forests. That's what they use. So now everyone has seen how it worked in Kano. You cannot, in some of the forests of Kano where the governor has put CCTV, once they sight like 3 Okadas at once, it triggers an alarm. They will take them out.
Oh.
If it's one person going, I was inside the governor's office and I was monitoring the forest. That forest passing to, going all the way to Jos. I saw it. So now everyone has realized that these Okadas is the way by which they move around. So, and they like to operate in the night. So stop them. Anything from 6, we don't want to see an Okada. It will certainly reduce the rate of crime. Look at Lagos. Some of the results that they gave us on Tuesday showed that in the places where they banned Okada, for example, rate of accidents reduced by more than 2/3. Rate of crime also reduced. So I'm certain that if they enforce this in Zamfara very well, it certainly will reduce the rate of attacks on our people.
All right, but then Adewale, shoot on sight.
Well, that's the aspect I'm not particularly comfortable with because when you know the nature of our security agents, always overzealous, but in these situations like this, something drastic needs to be done. Strict enforcement of the law. And if we are serious, we want to fight banditry, we want to fight insurgency, it should be all over the north, especially in all the regions, under, the ravage of, bandits and Boko Haram. But remember what the governor is doing in Zamfara is limited to Guzo. So not in the entire state. And maybe he wanted to start from there and see what happens. But in the north, generally, especially in areas under the threat of Boko Haram, bandits, and other criminals, by now we should have followed the Kano example. You will see that Lagos just extended, I think the ban to about 10 local, I think 10. Okay. And LCDs, I think 10. Okay. So when we look at it, maybe Lagos is trying to say, let's take the gradualist approach and all that because of the backlash and Okay, it's still fine because Lagos is at least slightly peaceful. But in states where peace is elusive, by now, face out Okada, all these places, you don't want to see them completely. And of course, people will complain. But in these kind of situations, people need to make sacrifices because we can't continue like this. I don't want a situation whereby security agents will take liberty for lines and be shooting. No. You can enforce the law without anybody you see riding back, arrest them by all means possible. But when you say shoot at sight, our security agents, some of them, what they normally do, they just become reckless, and we need to, respect human rights and all that.
All right, because some persons have said some of these extreme measures Governor Matawalle has taken maybe because it's quite overwhelmed and they may be justified, actually.